All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you look at these diseases that's coming out, these diseases are um, clearly spoken about in the scriptures. And in these last days, Babylon the Great, America, and these other uh, so-called European nations, which make up the 10 kings, these individuals would have power over the Israelites, over the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And so, like Deuteronomy 28 and 48, it say that the Israelites will have to go to these individuals for the want of all things. See, he put a curse on the Israelites and a punishment on the Israelites that would be pretty much a hindrance of them participating in wickedness and disobedience. So when they went against those things, you would see harsh judgments. So let's go into this Deuteronomy and look at the curses that he put upon his people, and that the main curse was a nation coming to bring these curses. The nation was coming to enforce these curses on the nation of Israel, but the curses was going to be on the whole nation. And these curses was going to be an identification of the Israelites. But let's get into it. Deuteronomy 28. Let's start off at 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not listen to the voice of the Lord your God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Curse shall there be in the city, and curse shall you be in the field." So in these cities that's ran by the non-Israelites, this is where the Israelites would be cursed at. And you would see all types of abominations and things happening to the Israelites. Slavery, rape, rob, murder. But it gets in specifics. We go to 48. It talks about in want of all things. They would have to go to their enemy in the want of all things. And who was the enemy? 49, it say, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." So a nation was going to bring these punishments on the Israelites. See, it wasn't just going to be random punishments. It was going to be a nation bringing these punishments. See, so when you look at the CDC and who run certain things, everything is ran by the one nation. And so let's get into 60 and 61. It say, "Moreover, he will bring upon you all the diseases of uh, Egypt, which you was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto you." 61. "Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon you until you be destroyed." So the Lord brought the enemy, brought a nation of fierce continents. And this nation, let's jump back up to 59. They say, "The Lord will make your plagues wonderful, and your plagues of your seed, even great plagues and long continence, and sore sicknesses, and of long continence. So this is what the Lord was going to bring upon the nation of Israel as punishment. And he was going to use a nation. Let's get this in Leviticus 26. He was going to use a nation to do these things. And just like with the men in Tuskegee who was getting experimented on by the medical field, by these medical doctors experimenting on these Israelite men in Tuskegee. Look at 16 and say, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror. See, this other nation that God sent, they was going to terrorize the Israelites. That's where you get the Ku Klux Klan and these Nazi white supremacist groups. Okay. Then you go into 21. It says, and if you walk contrary unto me and will not listen to me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sin. See? Look at what he said in 22. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate. So when you look at these diseases that's popping out, and they saying it's involving animals, the Lord is sending these things, and he got the heathen, even the worst of the heathen, to implement it on you, because he set up this nation to be his sword, his punishment, punisher, his whipping stick. What's that, Romans 13? It says that all powers is ordained of God. See, he don't give them the sword or the weapon or the biological weapon. He don't give them these things for fun. He give them these things for those who do wickedly. He don't give them these things for the righteous. He give them to it for the wicked. So let's go into that. Let's get that in the Apocrypha, where it makes it plain. Okay, verse 9, it say, death and bloodshed, strife, and the sword. See, that sword goes back to any type of weapon. Gun, knife, biological weapon. See, any kind of weapon that's used against somebody, this is what he's bringing. Calamity, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked. See, these diseases, these biological weapons, they're created for the wicked. So when you reject the Most High and you say, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do, I'm trying to get this done, I'm trying to get that done, I don't want to listen to the Most High right now. See, when you reject him, this is what is going to happen. He's going to bring calamities. He's going to bring the sword. He's going to bring diseases. He's going to bring famine, where you starve to death. He's going to bring these things, and he created these things just for disobedient, hard-headed blacks and Hispanics, mainly, and for the wicked nation that he's sending after the blacks and Hispanics. They gonna get hit with it too. It says, and for their sakes came the flood. So these things was created for the wicked, just like the flood was created for the wicked. And these wars and every other thing is created for the wicked. And so just want to make that quick hit about these diseases. Let's get Revelation 18:9 or 8, is it? Yep. Revelation 18:8, it say, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So it's going to be quick when they come. See, during the end of Babylon the Great, the fall of America, where it say Babylon is falling, when it comes, it's starting to be uh, un uh, undeniable. See, when it starts to be undeniable that Babylon the Great America is falling, then these plagues gonna come. Because guess what? The devil know that he has a short period of time. What's that? 12 and 12. Say, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. See, he gonna. That's why I say, woe to the those on the earth, because he's gonna come with everything, every weapon he got. Look at verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to wage war with the remnant of her seed. See, the Israelites is gonna catch a final battle with the dragon, which is the so-called white man, who are the Edomites, hiding their identity through all kinds of concepts of, I come from Europe, I come from France and Spain, and I come from Germany, I come from Poland, and try to claim some landmass like they family bloodline ain't never existed. You see, like family blood, they didn't come from a man. See, they act like they came from a land and not a man. I don't come from a man, I come from a land. See, that's the game that Esau played. They try to hide his identity, but he comes from the nation of Edom. He's an Edomite, and they're gonna try to fight with Jacob, the Israelites, the blacks and Hispanics and Native American, just like they was fighting in the womb in Genesis 25 and 23, and just like Genesis 27 and 41, he still mad about the blessing that Jacob got. So even if it wasn't about his time coming to an end, he mad about that blessing and he want to kill Jacob, exterminate him like Haman and Esther. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Yikakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.